There was once a young man who went to the river and found a stone. But this wasn't just any ordinary stone, it was smooth, had a unique shine, and seemed to have something special about it. He held it up to the sunlight, and it almost glowed. Excited, he thought, this must be valuable. Without wasting time, he rushed to the marketplace. His first stop was a vegetable vendor. Holding up the stone proudly, he asked, "Sir, how much would you buy this for?" The vendor glanced at it briefly, then tossed it back to him. "It's just a rock. I can give you $1 for it, final offer." The young man's excitement deflated instantly. $1? But he shook off the disappointment and moved on. Next, he found a jeweler. The jeweler squinted at the stone, turned it under the light, and rubbed his chin. It looks interesting, but I'm not certain of its value. I can offer you $50. That was better than $1, but the young man had a feeling the stone was worth more. So, he kept looking. He then approached a wealthy businessman, someone who had fine things, expensive suits, luxury cars, and a grand office. Surely, this man would recognize the stone's worth. The businessman barely glanced at it before waving dismissively. "I don't deal in stones, but since you seem desperate, I'll take it for $100. Maybe I'll use it as a paperweight." A paperweight? The young man almost lost his patience. But he took a deep breath and walked away. Determined, he tried a goldsmith next. The goldsmith put on his glasses, examined the stone carefully, then shook his head. "This isn't gold or silver. I can give you $200 if you insist." At this point, frustration was creeping in. The young man had expected to hear thousands, maybe even millions, not a couple of $100s. But he still refused to sell. Then, he visited a pawnshop. The owner looked at him the way one might look at an old book that had been sitting on a shelf for years. He sighed and said, "It's nice, but I don't think it will sell quickly. I'll offer you $300. By now, the young man was exhausted. Was this stone truly worthless? Was he wasting his time? But just before he gave up, someone whispered to him, "Take it to a museum." With nothing left to lose, he followed the advice and walked into a museum. The curator took one look at the stone and gasped. He grabbed the young man's hand and exclaimed, "Where did you find this?" "This is a rare gemstone from ancient times. We've been searching for something like this for years. We will buy it for $1 million. From $1 to $1 million. The same stone, the same young man, but different places. You see, the stone never changed. What changed was where it was taken. In the wrong places, people saw it as just another rock. But in the right place, its true value was recognized. And that, my friends, is life. If you stay in places where people don't see your worth, they will treat you like you are ordinary. But when you position yourself where your value is understood, you will shine. So, I ask you, are you in the right place?